A little girl walked up to a grumpy old man and asked him one question that made him cry. What she said next, it didn't just change his day. It changed how he saw every day he had left. This man, let's call him Richard, had spent 20 years sitting on the same park bench. Every morning, same spot, same frown. People walked by with their coffee, their dogs, their laughter. And he'd mutter under his breath about how loud they were, how careless, how they didn't understand what it meant to lose everything. His wife was gone, his kids stopped calling, and he'd convinced himself that the world had nothing left to offer him. Then one Tuesday, a girl, couldn't have been more than 6, plopped down next to him, uninvited, unafraid. Richard barely glanced at her. Shouldn't you be with your parents? She ignored the question. Instead, she held up a wilted dandelion she'd picked from the cracks in the sidewalk. Do you think this flower knows it's beautiful? Richard blinked. It's a weed. But do you think it knows that? She asked again, examining it carefully. Like, did anyone ever tell it it's not supposed to grow here? He didn't have an answer. The girl continued, completely unaware she'd just cracked something open in him. My grandma says things grow where they're needed, even if nobody planted them there on purpose. She hopped off the bench, placed the dandelion gently beside him, and skipped away. And Richard? He picked up that wilted flower. For the first time in 2 decades, he saw it. Not a weed, not a mistake, a living thing that refused to ask permission to exist. You don't need perfect soil to bloom. You just need to be brave enough to grow anyway. He looked around the park, at the joggers, the couples, the chaos, and realized something crushing. He hadn't lost his place in the world. He just stopped believing he deserved one. Here's what that little girl understood that most of us forget. You don't need permission to matter. You're not here by accident. You're not too late. You're not taking up space. You're the dandelion in the sidewalk crack, and someone somewhere needs exactly what you have to offer. Maybe it's your smile at the grocery store. Maybe it's the way you listen when someone's falling apart. Maybe it's just showing up when it would be easier to stay home. So here's what you can do today, right now. Look for one dandelion moment, one thing growing where it shouldn't be, one person who needs to know they're not a weed, and tell them. That little girl didn't know she saved a man's life that day. But somewhere, right now, you're someone's little girl with a flower. Don't wait to hand it to them. Drop a like if you needed this reminder today, and share this with someone who's forgotten they're allowed to bloom.